Ancient Egyptian Diary Part 8 in Forge of Empires. The previous entry in the diary ended with the construction of the elephant stables. I hope that this will give me a better power of assertion against the stronger of the rebellious neighboring cities. Thus, the focus of the city development is currently on the continued uninterrupted production of grain, pottery and flowers, as well as the training of elephants. Until the elephants are ready in sufficient numbers, I will continue to let the Nubians attack only light and normally difficult enemies. Occasional losses are compensated immediately. I have more than enough of these necessary Debens. It has become normal everyday life in the city. The Egyptians produce in a peaceful city and cheer the victorious Nubians who always bring loot of war from their campaigns. Nefertiti is pleased about the many flowers produced and calls me a friend of Egypt, and again donates a set of tools to remove the obstacles. Well, that is something. However, she does not say this without immediately setting a new task. Now she wants to have a place of prayer. To learn from the Egyptians how to build a real place of prayer, I have to increase the diplomatic value and pay the trainers with a large amount of cultural goods. I personally lead the first attack on a difficult, rebellious neighboring city. Not that, in the end, the Nubians are still afraid of our own elephants. The opponents also have war elephants, but the Nubians fear the mounted camel archers much more. Just when we thought we had won the battle, a second wave of enemy units arrived. These two successive battles unfortunately result in heavy casualties. In the future, I will simply refuse heavy opponents in the pyramid, and the next day I will have a new, then perhaps easier opponent given to me by Nefertiti. It is quite enough to do the third, difficult battle every other day to build up a decent stock of loot. While the cultural goods can be taken out of the current production without any problems, the necessary diplomacy must be achieved by more efficient greening. Outdated cultivated palms are replaced by decorated palm gardens. Once they are completed, the technology of the places of prayer can be exchanged for cultural goods in the embassy. I take a look inside the city hall. The last three remaining technologies require offerings. Much more important is the fact that the city currently has 160 flowers in stock and needs 122 plus 42 plus 14, a total of 178 flowers for the remaining technologies. So I produce a few more flowers and then demolish the flower farm. That makes space for a place of prayer. In this space, the fourth and last cultural good of the Egyptians will be produced in the future: offerings. Here again the tips from today summarized. Important: each new settlement has a different random constellation of required cultural goods. In today's episode, I tore down the flower farm. That doesn't have to work out that way in every case. Some mental agility is required here.